Oh, this you mean?
Bill Clinton.
Nice guy. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein.
That island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list.
Who killed Jeffrey Epstein?
This doesn't look right. It doesn't look like a suicide.
You know, Epstein's an intelligence asset for people in the Middle East, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I'm like, you sure of that? The person, let's say, is like, I'm absolutely sure of that. His plane and that island, the cameras, there's a big assumption out there that these videotapes were exclusively in the custody of Epstein. That's a huge mistake. The reason they wanted this story to go away is because there's an assumption like, oh yeah, Epstein had him. No, he wasn't the only one who had him, according to this source. These assets, that's why this blackmail story makes so much sense. There are a lot of people who are knee-deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth about serious allegations out there that Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And you should be asking yourself the question, how is it that all these people, the CIA director, the Obama fixer, Bill Clinton, all intersected paths with Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein isn't with us anymore, and nobody seems to want to talk about it.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
What's that?
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you know, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world.
Okay. This argument isn't like inherently bad either. I don't. It's not terrible either.
But I think I would, or at least.
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore trust?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do.
It's not a bad argument
about the way he died. It would be interesting to find out what happened there because that was.
Because not everybody that went to the island did bad things on the island. That's just a fact. I don't know what the fuck. It's not like I know more, but it's just what it is. So there's a good argument to be made. Like random guy, random whatever, who's on the island once, name is on it, and then his entire business, life, rep, family gets fucking doxxed, fucking harassed. For what? For what? Because he didn't even know about the guy and what they were doing, and just went on the island for a party? That seems awful. It's fucking awful. What the fuck is that?
A weird situation, and the cameras didn't happen to be working, etc., etc.
I want to talk to you about the Epstein case.
Bro, this whole like, oh, because it's so bad, the end justifies the means, dude, I disagree.
I have worked on this for years, trying to get those records of who flew on Epstein's plane and who helped him build this international human trafficking ring.
Absolutely, Senator. Child trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past.
Bro, this assumption is crazy. Like, brother, like, you understand it. A bunch of people went there multiple times. Like, so many people went there, right? Like it was nothing. You acted like only bad. Yes. The shit was a disaster. It's atrocious. Yes. There's a lot of things that happened, but not every that went. Like that doesn't make any sense at all. Like and you don't even know that. It's just lame. Like to just what, cancel some guy because what?
Shut up and start.
Because he was at some political party and they're like, yo, let's go party over there. Guy goes to a normal party and goes back home and now his entire family is doxxed and harassed and fucking threatened for what? That's fucking bullshit.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
A lot of people are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk, is when can we see them and what's taking so long to release?
Okay. Then, yo, Dave UK, then we should have the name of everybody who ever went to any Diddy party of all time, everybody of them, and put them on a list and put them on Twitter. Dude, come on, bro, really, dude.
Release them.
Really,
I
dude?
do. Jesse,
That seems just
there
fucking
are
stupid.
well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have, well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released. There are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information. But
how hard could it really be to like see some of the like in the house hallways and people that were directly in contact or have seen, or for sure, how hard could it be to just see those guys like, yo, we're investigating this guy? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. I'm confused.
It's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well,
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
But in this case, in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names.
That's crazy. That's crazy you even said that.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking.
Bro, the fact that you're presenting the idea that everyone to the island should be on trial to prove their innocence. Innocence against what, though? Innocence against what? Like, the people that are bad, and you know they're bad, charge them with what you got. Don't take everybody and be like, guys, your name is on the list. We charge you with some random shit. Now prove you're innocent. No, that's not really how that works, though. How does that make any sense at all?
That there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable.
Flight logs tied to accused trafficker Jeffrey Epstein have been released to some conservative political commentators. They walked out of the White House holding.
And if there's a trap house nearby where everybody does crimes and sells drugs, right? Everybody that interacted with that house, everybody that went in and out, everybody that went on the porch, UPS drivers, fucking Amazon workers, everybody, just put them on trial. Trial for what? I don't even know. Just put them on trial and make them prove their innocence. Dude, really, dude? Like that's outrageous.
Binders labeled the Epstein files.
There was an expectation that this was going to be bigger. You had the same expectation.
We all did. And the FBI handed over a couple hundred pages of
documents. I'm just not going to be like brain rotted.
I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything. And a source had told me where the documents were being kept. Southern District of New York, shock. So we got them all by, hopefully all of them, Friday at 8 a.m. Thousands of pages of documents. I have the FBI going through them, and cash is also, now that we have cash here, it's a game changer, of course. And, you know, we're going to go through it as fast as we can, but go through it very cautiously to protect all the victims of Epstein.
Now, is that the only...
The what?
Of course. I have the FBI going through them, and cash is also, now that we have cash here, it's a game changer, of course. And, you know, we're going to go through it as fast as we can, but go through it very cautiously to protect all the victims of Epstein.
Now, is that the only thing that would be redacted? Will everything else be made public?
It's always about protecting the victim. But you know what? We believe in transparency, and America has the right to know.
What we know is that this was a large network of high-profile, high-dollar predators who abused untold numbers of minors. Only one person has been prosecuted for these crimes, and that is Ghislaine Maxwell.
Felix. If there I always knew I could count on you to have my back and defend me no matter what. You can come back to America anytime you want.
Of some guy or gal committing felonies.
This is by far the worst hill to die
on.
Of all things to defend, why defend child trafficker island?
Brother, nobody's defending anything, you moron. You know what I mean? Listen to what I'm saying, brother. I'm saying not every person that ever went there is a fucking criminal. You would not, bro. Then go and find every single employee of all time and charge all of them with everything. The fucking random guy who probably doesn't even speak English or some shit. Fucking random worker that the fucking only saw fucking, I don't know, was outside the whole time. everybody, like, no, that's just, it's outrageous. It's outrageous.
Don't you think you'd see it?
If you have access to it.
If I have it, period.
Right.
If I have it. If I have it.
Right. If you have it.
Right.
But you can't say that you have it.
No, we're giving you everything we have.
So far.
Everything we have so far is
Have you guys gone over all the video that's available?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's what takes so much damn time.
Did Jeffrey Epstein himself, or did somebody kill him?
Senator, I believe he himself in a cell in the Metropolitan Detention Center.
Are you going to release all the information about that?
Senator, we are working through that right now with the Department of Justice.
You said Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing.
How can they really tell, though? I mean, I gotta say, though, with what they've shown, that if that's the evidence that they have, and all the footage that they have, how can you tell, how can you say for sure, though?
You know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself. You want me to get? I've seen the whole file.
The Epstein files. What's the answer to that?
The answer to that is the same as everything else. I'm not going to withhold information from the American public ever, but I'm also not going to rush to get it out there in a format in which they can't rely on it. So on the Epstein matter or any other matters, we are diligently working on that, and it takes time to go through years of investigations, years of political maneuvering, and years of cover-up to get the American people what they deserve. And that's what I'm going to get.
So out of all the footage, the 10,000 hours they said they had, all the rooms and all the, like, they didn't find a single person, not a single person that was around times what it was they would have seen or participated in anything. Not one. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
And you're going to get the video of the cell, and you're going to see for yourself.
We do have video. It's not the greatest video in the world. I don't want to set expectations on fire. However, the video does show in that specific block that he goes in, made a phone call. You'll see 12 hours of guards going to basically check on him, come back. You'll see no one really comes out in that bay, in that area, than him. There's no one in there. When you combine that with the other evidence we will be releasing in the coming weeks, we're still finalizing some of the products. I think it's pretty clear.
Overnight, the FBI and Justice Department releasing 11 hours of footage they say helps confirm notorious financier Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide in his Manhattan jail cell in 2019. But perhaps the biggest bombshell, investigators say they found no incriminating client list of Epstein's.
So all the footage of his house and all that, right? All the whatever that they said that they had, if they blur the fucking whoever is walking in and out, right? That are potential victims or whatever the fuck, right? And they just run over to release the footage so people can fucking look at it.
No credible evidence that Epstein
no weird
blackmailed
shit, just
prominent
fucking
individuals,
just fucking
and no evidence that could predicate an investigation.
Adults
against
walking around the fucking hallways or whatever. I'm sure some people will find something.
He did work for an intelligence agency.
Why not that?
So could you resolve whether or not he did, and also could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the set?
Yeah, sure. If
could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable.
Like I said yesterday, I mean, nobody was really talking about it that much, except for when he brought it up when he was campaigning.
You want to waste the time?
Well, buddy, that was your idea. Don't bring up an idea. Don't bring up a topic and then be like, oh, we're still talking about this? Well, it's your thing.
Do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
Is this guy good?
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems...
That success has nothing to do with the catastrophic failure of every other system that is at the foundation of what people find to be keeps them safe. People think that the FBI and all these systems and all this policing keeps them safe. So all this success, how can you really have that if you're not acknowledging the failure of everything else?
Like a desecration.
You're failing the people, buddy.